Good morning, y'all. Isn't this a fun time to be together? I tell you what, we are celebrating this icon. We're celebrating not only being together in person, but we're celebrating 25 years, our 25-year anniversary in the Institute. Yesterday, I got to spend some time with the RSAs, and wow, was it fun! Our RSAs are amazing. Our recommended staff assistants, it was really fun to watch them see each other in person. And I hear one of them say, "Wow, I didn't know you were so tall. I didn't know you were so short. Is that what you really look like in person?" And then when they saw Mr. Eliason, all of their eyes got huge. So yeah, y'all, to be together, what a celebration. But to be together for such a time as this, where we're celebrating 25 years. It's amazing, y'all. So, our global student leader team that just came up here, they put on this entire leadership breakfast for you. This whole breakfast was coordinated by that team of leaders. They planned all the decorations, they planned the agenda, they planned the activity, they planned who was going to sit with who because they wanted you to get to know some new people. Every year I get asked the same question by them: "What's our budget for this event?" I say, "Budget? What budget?" Part of life skills, we're training today real leaders for real world training. Part of life skills is learning to be resourceful. So I asked them to go and look around the training center, see what they can find, what they can put together to create an experience for you. And if you look around, they have some balloons. I think this whole thing, besides the food, they spent $5 on. Who's having fun? Yeah. Let's give them a hand clap. Their global student leader team. It's maybe hard to imagine, but there was a time that we did not have a global student leader team. There was a time we did not have student leaders even in chapter. There was a time there was no recommended staff assistants, y'all. Can you imagine? There's a group of people that came together, but no students to lead them, no students that were trained in leadership. That's mind-blowing for me to even be able to have to start to even think about that. So during ICC's 25th anniversary, which is happening right now, this icon, we're going to be presenting 25 distinct leaders with the ICC Seals Award. And these are leaders that have invested much in others through these past 25 years. We're where we are today because of their investment. Isaiah 48:9 reads, "Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is no other." Celebrating these leaders, y'all, and the journey over this last 25 years is celebrating the work that God has done in the Institute, in our lives. He saw that you were going to be here. Some of you weren't even born 25 years ago. A lot of you weren't even born 25 years ago. But he knew you before you were born. He saw that you were going to be here today, and he paved the way through people that have come before us for you to have the experiences and training that you have today, so that you could be trained to be an influence to other people to reach them for the Lord. It's pretty amazing if you think about that. So we are going to take time to celebrate. We're going to celebrate those that have gone before, and we're going to celebrate you too, because you're investing in people by being here today. So I have both the privilege and the pleasure of introducing you to our very first ICC Director of Student Leadership, our first Seals Award recipient, Ms. Sherri Freeman. Ms. Sherri has believed always, y'all, in every student that has crossed her path. She's believed the best. She's seen things for students that students could not see for themselves. And she's spoken life into them. She is the one that has gone before us in student leadership. She's plowed the hard ground. She's created leadership opportunities for students. She's created chapter leader roles. She's created the recommended staff assistant leader role. In 2011, Ms. Freeman saw a need to bring a group of student leaders together from around the country. This team would collaborate together in identifying, there's going to be a picture that comes up on the slide, in identifying the needs of students around the country. And this is our first National Student Leader Council that was formed. Y'all may recognize some people on this picture. There's a Gunther there, an Al there, a Freeman there, a couple others that were before my time, or were right around when I was starting. But she saw the need, y'all, to bring students together across the globe and form a team so that needs could be identified in each part of the United States. And this is where our leader breakfast that we're experiencing today and our theme party that we're going to experience tonight was birthed through the National Student Leader Council. And of course, now we have our global student leader team. So this was the beginning. In 2015, Ms. Freeman was at a face-to-face meeting with some global leaders. We do this every summer. And she was tasked with outlining, there's a picture y'all gonna see. There we go. She was tasked with outlining her roles and responsibilities in the Institute as Director of Student Leadership. So she sent me a text and she said, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I just do what I do. I don't really think about what I do. She said, any way you can help me? So she shared a document and I started typing up, because I was part of her student leader action team, typing up on the document all the things that she did that I was aware of. And of course, I like to have fun. So I left a little surprise for her on her document. I photoshopped her face on the Superwoman because... And from then on, she got the name Super Sherri, because all of these roles that y'all see on there, some of them you may not recognize because we've advanced since then and we're now global. And we have a couple of new things she developed. There was nothing here for student leaders before Mrs. Freeman had the vision for it. So the National Student Leader Council, Area Student Leader Council, Recommended Staff Assistant, Prospective Internship, Apprentice Role, Guild, all these things, they had a beginning with somebody who saw a vision for what could be and wanted to invest in students and provide opportunity. Isaac Newton stated, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Mrs. Freeman is a giant in student leadership, one that has gone before, has plowed the hard ground for us to continue to plant. For us to continue to provide this life-giving community that we're all a part of. At the same time, y'all, I want each of us to pause and reflect where we're at right now in our journey, because each of you are on a journey right now. Each of you are serving. You're serving in your chapters. You're serving in your communities. You're serving in your areas. You're serving across our globe, really. So one day, in 5, 10, 15 years, somebody's going to come back and say, you are the giant that's allowed them to see a little farther. You're the giant that has allowed them to stretch a little farther, to see things that they didn't know would be possible. So as we celebrate Ms. Freeman, I know that she would charge each of you and me to be that giant for someone else. She's not physically with us this morning, but she did leave a video that we're going to get to watch, so y'all are going to get to hear from her personally. So please give a listen to our very first Director of Student Leadership, one of my dearest friends and mentor, Mrs. Sherri Freeman.
In the fall of 2007, I dragged my children to their first ever ICC event in Annapolis, Maryland. And seeing the interns manage a room full of both reluctant and enthusiastic students with poise, energy, and delight was something I had never witnessed. Young men that modeled what I wanted for my own young men. My story's not unique within ICC, but what is unique is my journey. In 2008, I launched my chapter, and by that summer, I was at a camp in Tennessee eating grilled cheese and collaborating on next steps with Dr. Moon. From chapter sponsor to global director of student leadership, my tenure with ICC has been both personally and professionally transformational. So many amazing memories with ICC. The work is a privilege to be part of. The lifelong friends. The time with ICC, honestly, are some of my best times. Was it easy? Absolutely not. Was it worth it? Absolutely yes. The courageous conversations, the iron sharpening iron, the mentoring, the modeling, the equipping, and believing in each and every student are some of my most cherished memories. Seeing students achieve what they once thought was impossible is still the why that inspires me. I am truly honored to receive this prestigious and significant SEALS Award. Thank you. Keep up the good work, ICC. Happy anniversary and blessings to 25 more amazing years.